You know this, y'all know this finger. This ain't a teacher finger. This ain't a teacher blackie finger. This is a I'm on the street and I'm about to fight finger.
Million ways to die, choose one.
They call me Megatron, just did a telethon. He got my jealous on, and I get my jealous on. I f him like I miss him. He
Welcome back and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Kalowinski here. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications too. And if you're a return subscriber or if you're new, make sure you like this video, comment on this video, and share this video with a friend. As you can tell by the title, we're gonna get into some things. We're gonna get into some things. Today I will be telling the story time of the time a teacher almost got dragged out of the school building. But that's not gonna be the title. The title is, I don't even know what the title is gonna be. I can name this so many things. Most likely the time a teacher tried to fight me, tried to buck up, but she met her match. Yes, she. Disclaimer, I'm not a hood rat. I know I'm a bird, and I know I get, but I'm not fighting teachers. I'm not that type of person. But in the story time, y'all will see that it was very well deserved. So without further ado, I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. Let's hop right into the video. That was nasty, though. We're going to take a trip back. We're going to take a trip back because this happened a little while ago. I want you guys to join me in my school's art classroom, right? So, beautiful school day. I'm alive, I'm well, I'm beautiful as always. And I'm sitting in class. I don't even think it was my class. At this time, I had a school mom, and my school mom was the art teacher in my school. I was in her class, and at the time I had a friend. His name is Jay. We will just call him Jay. So Jay was in the class, I was in the class, and there's a teacher that almost got beat the fuck up. We gonna call her Dr. Ghetto. Dr. Ghetto. At this time, you know, I was a very immature youngin', and my friend Jay, he was even more immature, and he proceeded to start cutting Dr. Ghetto's ass. Now, I just want to give you some backstory on Dr. Ghetto. Dr. Ghetto was a young, pretty teacher in my school, and if you know me, I'm cool with all the young, pretty teachers in my school because I just feel like it's a bad connection. So I try my best to, you know, be respectful to all the women in my school, especially, you know, the bad whatever, right? So we was cool. So we sitting in this classroom or whatever, and Jay clowning her, making jokes on her, hee hee ha ha, right? So she tight, of course. So she tight, she sent him to the back of the classroom. I'm sitting there not doing nothing, like, you know, being me, the innocent young victim. So I'm sitting there not doing nothing, and my other friend comes in, right? And he sits down, we talking. So Dr. Ghetto comes over and comes to us and is like, oh, you gotta go. So I'm like, of course, because I think I'm entitled and I feel like I don't have to follow the same rules as everybody else. I'm like, why he gotta go? Because me and Dr. Ghetto was cool. And it's like, you know, this is my friend. Not saying that, you know, the rules don't apply to me, but it's like, girl, why you acting funny right now? So she like, oh, you gotta go. Because, what she said? She said, oh, because you telling him what happened, you gossiping, because that's just how you are, or something like that. Now, at this time or whatever, I wasn't even out the closet at this time, right? And I know it wasn't a personal dig at my sexuality. I know it wasn't. But at the time, I was like, girl, you're trying to be funny. Like, I wasn't even talking to him about the situation. You mad because you was getting your ass cut by a child? Like, that's why you really angry right now? But whatever. That's neither here nor there. And I'm like, I wasn't even talking to him about the situation. Like, you're black, and I wasn't even talking to him about that situation. So the boy, my friend, ended up leaving, and she feeling a little salty or whatever. So then, after all this, whatever, I said we was in the art classroom, right? My school mom's classroom, right? So my school mom comes back. Dr. Ghetto starts talking to her, like, basically because Dr. Ghetto was trying to get me to leave the classroom. But I'm like, first of all, girl, this is not even your class. This is my school mom's class. Like, let's, like, whoa, right? I'm like, no, I'm not leaving, because I wouldn't even talk about the situation. Like, you're fiending, like, girl, bye, like, you're fiending, like. So my school mom come back. She want to know what happened. So I'm standing at the door explaining to my school mom what happened, and I call Dr. Ghetto. I say she. And I hate when people do this. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. If we in a situation and I say she or I say he, don't be like, who's she? Don't be like, who's he? Because you know who I'm talking about. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. You know exactly what I'm talking about, so stop acting like that. She like, who is she? So I'm like, you. Like, I wasn't even talking about the situation. You're just mad because Jay was cutting that, you know, I didn't say cutting that ass, but I'm just explaining myself, right? I don't know what was in her, like, coffee, her cereal, her bacon, egg, and cheese, but she was really on one this day. She started blacking. And the thing is, we all know what it means when a teacher is blacking, but she's not blacking like a teacher. No. She's blacking like Keisha on the street. I'm a very respectful young man, and you know, although I will give you that energy back, I try to stay in the realm of, you know, being a child and only giving that energy when it's warranted. And in this situation, oh, it was warranted. At this point in time, she's blacking like she's, yeah, like I'm talking about like the finger like this. You know this, y'all know this finger. This ain't a teacher finger. This ain't a teacher blacking finger. This is a I'm on the street and I'm about to fight finger. So she's blacking, spitting, not spitting. Let me clarify that. She's just, you know, spit coming out her mouth. In this moment, I'm just sitting there watching her black because, not gonna lie, I've been cursing out teachers all my life. Not cursing out, but like, you know, I was that kid. I never seen a teacher really do that, like really go there with me. So I'm sitting there like, you're supposed to be a teacher. You are supposed to be a professional. But that didn't last long because all I remember, y'all, till this day, all I remember is hearing the words pop off. One thing about me is, like I said, I'm a very respectful person and I'm gonna give you what you giving, right? You was giving me ghetto. I'm gonna be honest, girl. You, Dr. Ghetto, if you watching this, you was giving me ghetto. So I think I had to show you that you had the right one. You had the right student. You had Kyle. That's what I'm like, girl, like, why are you screaming? Like, what you, like, now I started barking back, right? And of course, every time Kyle started getting wild, people want to pull Kyle away. Mind you, nobody was pulling her away. I'm like, I'm not going to touch her, like, I'm not going to hit her, but she want to black, so let's black. Like, you're not the only one that can yell. Even before I yelled at her, I just knew, like, I felt totally okay with doing that because it's just like everybody in this hallway sees you wilding out right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I remember being in that moment and being like, who hired this? That happened or whatever, and my friend Jay at the time, he was there. Like, he was at the street. He saw the whole thing go down. So he tells me, go write a statement because she gonna write a statement. So I'm like, oh, you right. You're not about to catch me. So I went to the assistant principal. I'm like, oh, I want to write a statement or whatever. And thank God I'm good at English because when I tell you I wrote, because little did you know, I'm the one in the streets and I'm the one in the schools. I know how to play this game, girl. I've been fighting in school all my life. I was fighting bullies. Okay? Stay in school, kids. So I wrote a statement and I made sure to like be very descriptive. I just made sure to emphasize the fact that she was a wild bitch and I was the innocent victim. After school comes, my brother come to me like, oh, what happened? Cause it's like, it's given, oh, Kyle almost fought a teacher. So it's very much like what happened. I don't even know why, but my sister was on the phone with Dr. Ghetto, and then Dr. Ghetto gave me her phone. So I'm speaking to my sister on the phone. She's like, what happened? I tell her what happened. One thing I always remember about the situation is that when I got on the phone with my sister, she was mad calm. And I didn't almost fight the teacher, but shit. So it was just like, I remember that because that's not a situation where my sister would be calm. But I think that she understood what I was saying. She understood what happened. So that was that. So the next time this situation, arises again is when we have a mediation. I feel like I've had so many mediations in school. Like, I've just had so many. Like, it's just crazy. I don't want to mediate anything anymore. But we had a mediation. My mom had to come to the school and they had Dr. Ghetto in the room, right? So we sit down in the meeting and I can't remember specifics, but it didn't take too long for me to sense a bit of tension. So we in a meeting or whatever, and I noticed that, my mama say something and she'll respond and it'll be very aggressive. And I'm like, girl, like, I gave you that one. Don't keep trying it because once I get the green light, okay, so they going back and forth or whatever, and I don't even remember what happened. But all I remember hearing is that a threat? And I look up, Dr. Ghetto talking to, and I'm just like, wow, like, like, at this point, it's just like, okay, you have a situation with a teacher and you have a mediation. You don't expect it to go like that. We left the mediation, right? So now we left the mediation, and my mom asked for a copy of her statement that she wrote, because she wrote a statement, I wrote a statement, right? So we reading her statement, I'm reading her statement, and I will never forget, in my statement I had put, I was like, she was yelling with spit leaving from her mouth to my cheeks, or something like that. Like, I made sure to be very descriptive when I was writing. And then in her statement, it said the same thing. So I'm like, hold on, wait, what type of game is this school playing, trying to set me up? I called the principal and I'm like, she read my statement. Like, whoever is in charge of the statements made her read my statement, and that's not fair because you're not supposed to be able to read my statement. And then he just looked at me like, he was like, all right. And I'm like, you probably let her read my statement. It's okay though, because he got fired. And that's what he got. That situation happened. That was crazy. It was just weird. It was like, okay, girl, like, who are you? And the thing is, I call her Dr. Ghetto. Okay, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But I don't think that's too much information. I call her Dr. Ghetto because she was a doctor. Like, she had her doctorate. So it's like, to go through all of this with her, it was just like, girl, like, I mean, I'm ready, but what's going on here? Like, what is wrong with you? And then I found out that my school mom, the one at the beginning of the story, she got into it with her. So I'm like, oh, that's and I honestly, what I feel like, if you was to ask me how I felt, and I would tell you because I always express how I feel, I would just say I feel like she was jealous. I feel like she see me in the hallway, and I was a young hot thing, and I think that she kind of wanted it out for everybody that was around me because it was getting scary. She went from being this like very calm, sweet lady, and she did turn it up. She was yelling at the hallway, she was really yelling, but we could yell. Not too long after the situation where I found out that she got into it with my school mom, she was gone. I don't even know what, I have not seen her since. Yeah, so that's that. Thank you guys for watching so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this little story time. My life is a mess. What can I say? I'm Kyle Lewinsky. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next video. Later! And always remember, I'm always on time, even if it's a teacher.
This like, I'm Nicki Minaj, Nicki Lewinsky, Nicki the Ninja, Nicki the Boss, Nicki the Harajuku Barbie. Like, I mean,